What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to SteveBussaGS. We got another scorecard review for y'all, and you already know what it is. Let's get it. No, you didn't hear that wrong. You didn't read that wrong. This is a scorecard review instead of a reaction. Let's break it down. So basically, I heard the song already. I saw the video already. It's absolutely phenomenal. But I do feel like it's important to dig into it. So Soil is the new project that Pretty Ugly just dropped. And I was basically told ahead of time, like, yo, the actual namesake track is one that you probably wouldn't score anyway because of the subject matter, so on and so forth. So I was like, all right, dope, I'm gonna peep it. It was super dope. And I thought this was a really cool opportunity to show you not only how I listen to new music from other countries, but also once you've heard a song, how to go back and decipher it and pull out the parts that you may not get. Now, I'm lucky enough to have a comment section to where when I do have tracks that have important context, it's in other languages, the GS gang usually comes out and full force and, you know, translates for me and all that stuff in the comments. So if you don't have that with you, I'm going to show you how I went and broke down the first verse, how I normally do it with music that's outside of English that I may not understand. And I thought this was a super dope opportunity to do it. Not only does it help promote the album, which all of my peers and my quality assurance team has told me that this album is phenomenal. We're going to be doing at least a couple more tracks off of it, if not a full album review. And I just thought this would be a cool opportunity to show you how I do like the reviews and not just a reaction on the first listen through. He also had made Pretty Good also made a few comments about like, yo, I want people to pay attention to the lyrics, so on and so forth. When I'm writing, like, this is rappers rap. This is not like candy gum, you know, bubble gum fucking music and shit like that. So I thought this was a dope opportunity to do that. With that being said, do me a favor. I'm dying. Run the gauntlet. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Little bell notification guy. We about to get in here. Also, the cough has been holding me up, but let's get it. So here's what we have here. We have the video. Let's get small first of all. So we have the video, which is playing, which is super fucking dope. I read a comment that that's actually his mother that's braiding his hair throughout, which is super dope. You see a parent, you know, promoting the newest, biggest project, you know what I mean, of an artist. That's beautiful in and of itself. So shout out to her. Put up some love for her down in the comments. If I'm mistaken and I read that wrong, that's not who that is. Still shout out to whoever it is for being there, part of the video. Definitely adds a layer of like authenticity to it that I felt was like very natural feeling. We also have the lyrics up, so we can follow along word for word when we go to breakdown. And then individual meanings that I didn't know that I decided to look up on my own for context. I'm going to show you how we put that all together and break down the verse after we listen to it, while also reacting to the video for a second, third, fourth, fifth time. Alright, let's go. We'll make it big too. Or no, we won't, because I can't switch it.
I feel like this is gonna be the one. I know some Cali dudes that wanna move to Cape Town. Their ancestors are the Africans that they clown.
Alright, so right off the bat, with the first line, he kind of puts the format of the formula that he has for this song. It's almost like a concept track, right? So he's going to mention several places in the States and how it's viewed at in Africa, right? So like the idea here is basically like all the African jokes, all the jokes that you hear about Americans make when they're referencing Africa. You can see it in a lot of the battles. You can see it everywhere. You know what I mean? All the cliches that come out. That's what they're referring to. Like, you're saying that you want to come here to profit, but when it comes time to talk about Africa and things that are of Africa, all you go to is the colloquialisms. All you go to is just the prejudice kind of like narratives of what the people outside of Africa think Africa is. And that's kind of like the gist of how I took the concept of the song as a whole too.
I feel like this is gonna be the one. I know some Cali dudes that wanna move to Cape Town. Their ancestors are the Africans that they clown. Stay proud in the States where the slaves found. It's the same crown if you black or a shade brown.
So he was cooking on this. So like, let's pull up the lyrics. I'll break it down again, how he hits this, right? So we go ahead. Stay proud in the States where slaves found. It's the same crown if you black or a shade brown. So basically saying like, yeah, you're talking shit on people who are living in Africa for X, Y, and Z reasons, while being kind of like braggadocious and kind of repping for a country that hasn't had your best interest, regardless if you are slightly brown or if you are super black, that the treatment of your kind has kind of been exactly the same. So it's kind of like weird that you're looking down on Africa while championing that type of mentality. Does that make sense?
It's the same crown if you black or a shade brown. See, murder is the case now. Bullets on our back in the soil where our face found. Laid down, mama's cries, not a safe sound. The motherland is now the colonizers' playground. I know some dudes from New York that wanna move to Jersey or Pidori. Sibonye goes na mahlozi, askis I'm sorry. Lose your life for a courtly Opigopi, the other side of the story. Befriend the Toti, that's advice from my dopey. Protect your gopi. If you toffee or coffee, I'll tell you for free. There's no bosses or all streets. You don't got a bar, just make sure you got the floor seats.
Alright, so let's break this down before getting into it, right? If you're listening to this as an only English speaker, the first thing you're going to pick up is, number one, it was the flow was like super gully to it, right? But that's really all you're going to be able to pull out of this on a first listen. So, let's break it down again. So after this part, I know some dudes that from New York that want to move to Josie or Pretoria. So at this point, those are both places in South Africa. This long word, which I'm not going to butcher, means thank the gods or of the gods. This one means and ancestors. So we have thank the gods and the ancestors. Askies, I'm sorry. So Askies is kind of like the same thing, where it's like saying like it's showing like beg my pardon, like I'm sorry. It's like saying I'm sorry twice there almost, right? So it's like it's showing sympathy, and then it's saying I'm sorry you lost your life for a courtly. So that's like like a hotel, right? And then it said the Opikopi. If I'm probably mispronouncing that, right? But that's like the guest side of things. So it's like basically saying you lost your life, and they just for them to put up a hotel, for them to be like the guest. This is the other side of the story. Like you see the nice hotels now and stuff like that. But the story behind that are the people who were natural there that had to lose their lives in order for that to be built, right? So that's the other side of the story that you don't see. And it says befriend, and that word basically means, it came up as like thug or gangster. That's the advice from my Tabi, which is supposed to be like, I guess they're OGs or just like an elder in their area. Protect your land, protect your copy, protect your land, right? So like when you put this all together, it's saying, I know some dudes from New York that want to move here, right? Thank the gods and the ancestors. Like, I'm sorry that you've lost your life just so that they could come over here to profit, to put up, hotels on the land, just to be a guest here. Like the side of the story that you don't see from the opulence that is apparent in South Africa. And then it's like basically said like, yo, the OG advice that I got was to go ahead and make sure that you're cool with the people who are going to protect your land. You know what I'm saying? Like, the entire idea. And he's like, yo, I'm going to kick the game to all the people that look like me, right? So he's saying whether you're toffee or coffee, I tell you for free. I'm willing to offer this up. This is the knowledge that I've given. This album is the knowledge that I've gained in my time here, and I'm willing to tell all my people that shit for free. That's my takeaway. Now put that together and listen to it again now that you have some of the translations. And this shit just flows disgustingly.
Back in the soil where our face found. Laid down, mama's cries, not a safe sound. The motherland is now the colonizers' playground. I know some dudes from New York that wanna move to Jersey or Pretoria. Sibonye goes na mahlozi, askis I'm sorry. Lose your life for a courtly Opigopi, the other side of the story. Befriend the Toti, that's advice from my dopey. Protect your gopi. If you toffee or coffee, I'll tell you for free. There's no bosses or all streets. You don't got a bar, just make sure you got the floor seats.
Let's go! Like, he really cooked on that. And this is why I like the idea of the reviews just as much as I like the reactions, because the understanding, what like things that I may have just had to have glanced over on first listen, which happens on all of my reactions. You don't realize how dope some of this is until the second or third listen, when you take the time to go and dissect the verse and really see what's being said. He was kicking some fucking gems in that. Like, that was some dope fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, with that being said, let's go. Let's finish out the video. I think this was super fucking dope. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well.
To join the secret squadron. Following each week's adventure, I'll send an important secret message, and only secret squadron members who have the code can decode them. Also, later I'll tell you the simple rules for joining the secret squadron, but you must promise to do as I do. Keep yourself healthy and mentally alert.
Yeah. I know some ATL girls that really love Durban. She love her my clothes are just the way she love Birkin. Plain nasty, see her in the club twerking. Celebs in the light, in the darkness, thugs lurking. Lesson one, it's not the drug, it's the person.
So some people are gonna say that that's shots at Nasty C. I don't think that was shots at all. I think that was more just a play on words and the idea of the music that's actually playing in the club, so on and so forth. Naming somebody or dropping something wordplay with a rapper's name in it is not a diss, and the people who are saying that are fucking weird. I don't get it. But bring it back, because he's about to get into some like real life shit after this.
See her in the club twerking, celebs in the light, in the darkness, thugs lurking. Lesson one, it's not the drug, it's the person. Lesson number two, remember love's not perfect.
Let's go!
Think a glove's not worth it. Your soul ain't clean, no a scrub's not working. Know some UK things who got friends in Soweto. They from the ends you can end in the ghetto. Look through their lens, you pretend you a scarecrow. Tryna spend M's on a Benz with my Revco. Tryna transcend what we meant for. Amen. Or the young men need a mentor. I pray.
That's so fucking dope. Not only does he hit that, but he hits that while dapping up the fucking youth around him and shit like that. Coming off of just giving like some straight up fucking gems. Just some good ass fucking life advice. I think the content was 100% on point. The concept of the song was 100% on point. Like, this is just a dope fucking track, man. And if this is like the name of the album, if it's a conscious album where he's talking real shit like this throughout it, I think it's a beautiful, beautiful namesake track, introduction style track. I don't know where it falls out on the album, if it is actually the first song, but I think it's a great song to set the pace for what you can expect from the album.
Or the man them comprehend more. Water your seeds, my friends see the stems grow.
We leave the thirst trap in the end for the girls watching. Alright, yeah, so what are your thoughts on this? Did you like this style? Do you like the idea of doing a review instead of a reaction, where I got the time to take stuff, break it down, and translate it to you guys? Let me know. With that being said, all of this stuff is just based on what I did from legwork. That does not mean that I necessarily nailed the meaning of the song or the translation. So if you guys have another interpretation and want to educate me, please, by all means, do it for me and the international viewers that are down in the comments. All things said, I hope I delivered to you guys a super dope track. Check the album out. Run up the views. Super, super dope project. I plan on digging into more of it myself. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Let's go.